Hello, everyone. This is Linda Ferguson, and I am the host of The Wealthy Life Strategist, your place where you find strategies to help you live a wealthier life. Today, we're going to be talking about wealth foundations. Specifically, one of the wealth foundations is health. So, a foundation is something upon which others things are built, and health, physical, emotional, and mental health, is something that without those, wealth can't be sustained or enjoyed. There is an invisible connection between financial stress and your health, probably something that you're familiar with. But before we get into all of that, let me share a personal story with you that happened literally last week. I have a very clear and concise roadmap on living a wealthy life. And that means gains in finances, gains in strengthening relationships, family relationships, experiences, and educational wealth. But on a trip, it was a working and family trip, I discovered that I was exhausted. I had to take a nap every day. I had so many things planned, and yet I wasn't enthusiastic about doing many of those, which affected everything. It affected my relationship with the people that were there, that were so excited to see me and eager to get out and do things. And it also just impacted me because I knew I wasn't showing up with my best self, which after traveling thousands of miles to be there was painful. So during this time, I'm thinking, I have to do something to handle this, because without that energy, without that health, without my ability to show up as who I normally am, this will suck in a big way. So cutting to the chase, in my attempts to sort of figure things out on the fly and visiting a lot of online resources, I determined that I probably had a condition that created all of the symptoms I was experiencing, which included hair loss, exhaustion, brain fog, needing to take naps, sleeping poorly, funny digestion, a litany of symptoms that I had experienced them off and on for a bit of time, but, I was surprised at the fact that they were steadily increasing. In walks my son-in-law, who is someone, both my son-in-law and daughter are very, very conscious of living a healthy life, and they'll do extreme things that I just don't do in my life at this point. Anyway, he shared with me that he had run into a few of the symptoms that I was experiencing, and he'd overcome it with diet and exercise, good solutions. And then he mentioned something that he was taking and would I like to try it. And it was a mix-in drink that has all of your vitamins and minerals, 93 different separate things that you just drink once a day, and it was having a good result with him. So I said, sure, I would love to try it. It was a bit pricey, but hey, 93 vitamins and minerals, and if it had a good effect on me, I was willing to try anything. And so I did. I had one serving of this stuff, and the effect on my body was instantaneous. I instantly had clarity of thought, lots of energy, didn't take a nap that day, which I've taken a nap every day after eating for years. It seems like, anyway, a lot of time. It was like, wow, I just experienced a miracle. Immediately signed up, immediately did all the things like, so let's see if this lasts, if it will actually be the thing that fills in the gaps that my body needed to hit that bottom foundation of health. And so it's been about a week since I returned from my travels, and I'm very happy to say that, yes, indeed, this particular item totally handled all of the weird things that were going on. So I don't have to take a nap anymore. I pretty much have sustained energy. throughout the day, I'm hitting my exercise goals, not feeling too tired by the end of the day to go out and hit the gym and stuff like that. It's been great. My husband just wanted to try it, of course. Hey. And so he tried it, and I said, "So how are you affected?" And he said, "It's nice. I don't really notice anything, but it's not, I don't feel worse, and I'm not taking handfuls of vitamins, so that's really good." So he was happy and has continued to take it for a week. It makes life easier. Who can argue with an easier life? I'm calling mine a health miracle for me. For him, it's a convenience. Both of those are positives, and both are worth the cost of what this product is. So it's helping us both get to our goals. Now, I'm bringing up health and health miracles again because without that one thing, trying to live a wealthy life becomes less and less of a probability. If you don't have health, it just takes away from everything. Energy is currency. Don't you agree? So it's a spendable thing. You can use energy to do so many things, to go to the gym and increase your health, to add a new activity to your life that takes you toward your goals, to plan an outing with your friends and family that enrich your life, to take on a new skill. Energy is currency. It allows you to pursue the direction that you're going in longer and better. We make deposits into our energy bank when we do the right healthy things for ourselves. Eating right, sleeping right, making sure you work out, and also making sure you avoid mental stress, putting yourself in a situation where you know you're going to have some problems because of choices that you've made. So investing in your health does pay compounding interest. If you're not familiar with the compounding effect, look up doubling a penny every day for a year to see what that actually means. Compounding. It will astound you if you haven't done this before. So, investing in your health, whether it's walking daily, eating clean, going to your doctor when you notice something's not quite right, instead of letting it linger for a long time, those small but consistent actions yield such a benefit to all that you do. Financial wellness also supports your physical wellness. And here we're talking about financial stress. What could that come from? Well, when you're not in control of your money or your finances, when you haven't really confronted where you're sitting with those, you're going to have attention on it. It will become stressful the longer you ignore your finances. And you won't have peace of mind. And peace of mind, as we've just talked about, is like a medicine. It allows other things that you may have been doing to finally work for you. Where if you're doing all the right things, but you're so stressed out, guess what? The good things that you're doing may not be enough and often aren't enough to overcome the stress that you're experiencing. And you're going to be depleting your health bank, your health deposits, and going into the negative. So just as you wouldn't hand over your finances to someone else without making sure they're doing the right thing, unfortunately, you can't outsource your own well-being. You need to own your personal health and your personal well-being. What is the wealth of vitality and presence? What good is a perfect retirement plan if you're too tired, you're too sick, or you're too distracted to enjoy it? Living a wealthy life means feeling alive in your life. So let's talk about health habits. What can you do? Health habits is a daily practice. Every day you have a choice. You have a choice on getting up, what you're going to eat for the day, what exercise you're going to do for the day, what you're going to accomplish for the day. I have a ritual where I get up and go through a mindfulness ritual and then review what my plans are quarterly, monthly, weekly, and then daily. And I make sure those things are all in alignment. part of my daily ritual is my healthy vitamin drink now. So good. So just to kind of wrap things up, because we're just talking about health and health miracles. Do you need a miracle in your life? Do you need a health miracle? Well, put attention on it and do whatever it takes to find that for you. If you're experiencing things that you're just not sure about, you're struggling with figuring out why I can't sleep, why I constantly tired, why I feel stressed. Take the steps to isolate an area that you can improve. And quite frankly, for many of us and myself, I was guilty of this for quite a long time. You know that the basics, good food, good sleep, good exercise, those are the key areas of health that you need to stay on top of. Gut health, mental health, bone health, structural health, and so on. And if you know some of those are slipping, which they will slip, we don't live a completely even life. So yeah, life will shift for all of those things. But get your foundations in. Go get a checkup. Address anything that you consider you need help with. And with your foundations at a point where you feel at least in control of what you are doing and what you still need to do, you will be well on your way to putting your wealthy life strategy in place. So I'd like to close today's episode with reminding you that every choice, what you eat, how you move, how you rest, is a financial transaction in your health bank account. Health is a foundation of all forms of abundance. Time, relationships, freedom, joy. Your personal miracle wasn't luck. It was a reminder that your wealth story begins in your body. And with that, I'd like to thank you so much for joining me today on the Wealthy Life Strategist podcast. Please join me again next week and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much. Bye.